What do Jurassic Park, Speed, and True Lies have in common? Great special effects. But could Arnold negate nefarious nasties if Batman hadn't swung into action with spectacular stunts and ingenious inventions? Would Keanu have sped to triumph if Batman hadn't paved the way with terrific transportation? And as for dazzling, dangerous dinosaurs, need we say more? Cutting edge effects on FX. Batman boggles the mind. Every morning at 6, 5 Central.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Julie, can I ask you something?
Sure, you can ask me anything.
Where'd you get that cheese popcorn? Thanks.
Introducing Reden Butter's Cheddar. Delicious butterfly kernels covered in white and golden cheddar cheese flavors. New Reden Butter's Cheddar. So good, it's irresistible.
How fast does maximum strength Anbesol start to relieve toothache pain? Before you can say,
Anbesol.
Get maximum strength relief from toothache pain on contact. Maximum strength Anbesol. Put it on. The pain is gone.
This is Safeguard season. This is a season for germs. But Safeguard antibacterial soap eliminates more than 99% of germs you've come in contact with. Safeguard against germs.
Biologically speaking, a living organism must respond to its environment. This is not living. It has no feedback system. That's what's fascinating about FX. FX interacts with its world through live channel hosts from within the FX apartment, or the shell, if you will. FX is mobile. FX understands my requests. FX is alive. And frankly, I find FX very stimulating. Scientifically speaking, of course.
FX, the world's first living television network.
It's hot.
What's hot?
This month's films from Fox are hotter than the 4th of July.
Oh, you're right.
The Stone Boy, Guilty Conscience, and Night in the City premiere on Fox Best.
Marilyn Monroe sizzles in the FXM premiere of
Let's Make Love.
Betty Grable gets hot as the beautiful blonde from Bashful Ben.
The action is explosive.
I love New York.
And the mercury keeps rising with drama on FXM.
Sodom and Gomorrah burns up the screen.
Diane Carroll is fuming in Claudine.
What's so funny?
FXM's comedy, with some very hot properties, including Gene Wilder and Dom DeLuise in
The World's Greatest Lover!
And as for the musicals, they're dazzling.
Hubba hubba!
And they all come to you direct from the source, 20th Century Fox.
So this July, get set for a heat wave of your favorite film genres.
All yours on FXM Movies from Fox.
Just call your local cable operator today.
Mystic Music presents Cool Rock. The songs are hot, but the rock is cool. With Cool Rock, you get 2 cassettes or 2 CDs with all your favorite hits from the 80s and 90s. Cool Rock remembers the special times. Call now to get this great collection of Cool Rock. Cool Rock contains 35 chart toppers for only $19.95 for cassettes or $24.95 for CDs. Here's how to order.
Have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-615-1818. That's 1-800-615-1818. Or send $19.95 for 2 cassettes or $24.95 for 2 CDs. Plus $4.50 shipping and handling to Cool Rock, P.O. Box 1144-IS, Monument, Colorado. Or call 1-800-615-1818.
At FX, we recognize the importance of family values like honesty.
I am not a murderer. That was an accident.
Generosity.
How dare you buy Stephen's son for Crystal?
Integrity.
That reptile, which you call a son, has accused Monica and me of incest.
Empathy.
Now listen to me, you little tramp.
I really wish I had time to jerk you around, Alexis.
And FX recognizes that ever-important family value of cleanliness.
I know you, Adam, because it stinks of you.
Get your FX fix of family values with Dynasty. Weekdays at 9 Eastern, noon Pacific, only on FX.
Hey, Jane Fergus here with you, and I gotta say something about this episode. It's one thing to lose a really good friend, but losing a really good restaurant, oh, that is really a tragedy. Anyway, on a little more serious note here, we got a very heartfelt email from someone named Kendra McAvoy. She's in Topeka, Kansas. She says, my mother's friend is currently in the hospital, and she appeared as an extra in one episode of Vegas. We're not sure which one, but I think she was standing next to a slot machine. So, to Kendra McAvoy's mother's friend, we want to say get well. And I was gonna look for the episode, but then I thought, every Vegas episode has someone standing next to a slot machine. More Vegas is coming up.
Centrum, it's more complete.
A more advanced multivitamin.
Centrum's commitment to ongoing research assures you the best nutritional support.
If a vitamin's in the news, it's in my Centrum.
Like they say, from A to Zinc.
Centrum makes a science of being more complete.
Wake up. Remember we decided to start our morning walk today?
Yeah. Can't wait.
Wake up to delicious Folgers Decaffeinated. It's naturally decaffeinated, but more than that, it's Folgers, with the richness of mountain-grown beans, which give it all the aroma and taste of regular Folgers to help brighten your morning. In fact, if you didn't know Folgers Decaffeinated was decaffeinated.
Thanks. You know, with all these changes, I'm glad we didn't switch to decaffeinated. Nothing wakes me up like this.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Even decaffeinated.
I just needed to wake up.
I know, honey.
Every night on FX, Jane Wallace puts today's issues and newsmakers under scrutiny, one at a time.
How does a disgraced politician find his way back?
No taboo subjects, no easy questions.
Did she jump or was she pushed?
No canned answers.
They want you to lie as honestly as you possibly can.
News that's seriously interesting.
Make a delegate, we're still in the family hour.
Jane Wallace. Hard news, blunt talk, sharp wit.
But you can also be blunt.
Under Scrutiny with Jane Wallace, weeknights at 7, 6 Central, exclusively on FX.
FX, the world's first living television network, invites you to join the international love affair with Family Affair.
It's a real live elephant.
From the heart of France
C'est un vrai bel éléphant.
to the faraway land of Japan, Buffy, Jody, Sissy, Mr. French, and Uncle Bill are adored by all of Earth's inhabitants. So join the global village with Family Affair. Weekdays at 2 and 3 p.m. exclusively in English on FX.
Yoplait doesn't give Merritt Carey the courage to climb 105 feet straight up. But it sure gives her incentive to come down. Smooth, creamy Yoplait Light. Do it for you.
As a psychic, I am open to people. What's amazing about FX is that they're open to me. I can get in touch with them by phone, fax, or even email. And since they're live, they can respond to my energy, reflect my desires.
FX, TV with you in mind.
FX captures Untamed television with Swiss Family Robinson, Ogabongo, and Grizzly Adams. Shows that take you to a rugged place where families find food that isn't on aisle 7. Where people are the endangered species. Where facial hair is mandatory. So answer the call of the wild with Swiss Family Robinson, Okabongo, and Grizzly Adams. Untamed television begins at 9/10 Pacific on FX.
Backchat is the show where FX listens and responds to what you have to say.
But now we have something to say to you. We're moving to Sundays. It's just like that. Join Jane Fergus and me once a week. Go wild! As we read your letters, faxes, and email to find out what you're thinking about FX. Wow!
So write it down. Backchat, your chance to spout off, is now on Sunday. Watch Backchat, Sunday at 5:30, 4:30 Central, only on FX.
Are you listening?
Every night you dream and every day it slips away. Welcome to Dream FX, where your dreams can see the light of day.
I just had one of those back-to-school dreams. The teacher handed out this test, which I thought should be pretty easy, since it was 3rd grade, right? But I couldn't make any sense out of it at all. I remember trying to sneak out of the room, but I think the teacher turned into a dog and bit my pants leg. Next thing, I was in the stairwell trying to get out of the building. Only every floor was number 13. For a while, I thought it would go on forever that way. But finally, I found a door that would open. That's when I woke up and called you.
Watch for more Dream FX day and night.
No question about it. Batman's prime puzzle-posing purloiner is the Riddler.
Adios, amigos.
Nobody does bad like Bat-villains. Batman, only on FX.
FX has asked these people to speak out for everyone, to take a stand against anger and destruction in our neighborhoods. FX believes that we can stop violence in our communities if we just take a stand. One person's action can start a chain reaction to stop the anger and destruction. From domestic violence to the anger and intolerance of racism, the message of STAND is one of hope. Don't wait to take action. Be part of the solution. Take a stand.
You can help your neighbors when they can't help themselves.
FX wants you to take a stand.
I'm John Davis in Charleston, South Carolina, where a program called Neighbors Labors helps elderly homeowners who don't have the financial or physical resources to make necessary repairs on their homes. Neighbors Labors is a partnership between the Preservation Society of Charleston along with local business and neighborhood organizations. Now what they do is they adopt a house that needs work. Along with AmeriCorps volunteers, they work on the house to fix it up, mostly with donated materials. The results are wonderful for both the homeowners and the communities who stop the deterioration of the neighborhoods, but also learn about teamwork and cooperation in the process. You can start a program like Neighbors Labors in your community. Start by organizing a letter writing campaign to your local officials or neighborhood organizations. Don't wait to take action.
Take a stand! Stop the anger and neighborhood destruction. Take a stand.